Spice World is a 1997 British musical comedy film. The film stars Spice Girls Mel B, Emma Bunton, Melanie C, Jerry Halliwell, and Victoria Beckham, playing themselves in a fictional narrative. This movie sucks. If you watched Cool as Ice and thought Cool as Ice was the worst movie ever to star a pop idol, you ain't seen nothing, man. From what I could pick up, the story was they're trying to make it to the Prince Albert Hall or whatever it's called, and a newspaper writer decides that he's going to try to make it so they don't make it to the shows. He could report that the Spice Girls didn't make it to this concert, and that's supposed to sell newspapers.
Watching this movie, it's bad,
It's a bad film.
but I can't get myself to hate it. Here's what it does that's good. You've got a group that capitalizes on characterization. No way you can tell me that somebody is that quote unquote sporty, that their life is so devoted to sports, but yet they sing. There's no way you can tell me someone's that fashion buried, but yet they still sing. It doesn't happen. They knew how to characterize themselves. And that's what they do good in the movie is they stick to that character. This is how they get big.
I agree with that 100%. I've seen some of these movies where, let's take Cool as Ice, for instance. He is not Vanilla Ice in that movie, even though he probably is acting a lot like Vanilla Ice. He's not Vanilla Ice in the movies. They have the pop stars come in and they play these movie parts. They try to make them actors. Here, they're like, girls, just be yourselves, but turn it up to 10. Yeah, that's what they did. They turned it all up to 10.
That's why I can't hate it. Because of that, it actually made me giggle in part. The scene where they went to the dance instructor and they all came out in their army gear. And then Posh came out. She's in that really short army dress and they're going through the obstacle course. They have to get on the ground and crawl. And you can just see she nails her character so well. She has that look of disgust, like there is no way I'm going to do this.
On its release, Spice World received primarily negative reviews but achieved commercial success. Of course, it's the freaking Spice Girls in a movie. Every teenage boy at the time wanted to go see this because there's 5 of them. One of them's hot to you. That's why there's 5 of them. It's the same formula they use in K-pop. 5 girls, each one slightly different. So you go and say, oh, she's my favorite because fill in the blank.
K-pop, J-pop, they stick to this routine that probably goes back to, I'd probably say, New Kids on the Block, where they have to have a personality for each person. K-pop and J-pop are doing it, but the problem is I don't think they did it as well as the Spice Girls were able to do it.
Can we talk about some of these guest stars?
There's some big names in there.
Alan Cumming, George Wendt, Mark McKinney, and Sir Roger Moore.
And there's another one too, Stephen Fry. Everything that the Spice Girls do well with their characters, all these guest characters they brought in, they don't know what they're doing. It causes this rift in the movie. It doesn't have a direction because it's trying to take 3 directions at once. Well, I know it's a bad movie. I know watching it's a bad movie, but I can't hate it because it's a bad movie, but it does things good.